Well, you see, the Green Bay Packers just tied the game up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, I know I said before the game you can't depend on Aaron Rodgers and the way he throws because I'm Chris Collinsworth and I'm a stupid piece of shit. And I, quite frankly, am a horrible fucking announcer. I'm quite up to par with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. I'm a big old doofus with a big old doo-doo head. But one thing that I do know that I enjoy is podcasts, especially this one. This one's called Dudes with Brews on a Porch.
Cue it, Colin.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
It's a long intro.
You know what I noticed there?
What?
Colin's good at, if there's one thing he's good at commenting on, it's how big of a douche he is. He gets that right.
Absolutely. Well, actually, the Packers are technically winning right now because
I know, yeah, because they stopped him on 4th down.
Well, the Eagles missed their second extra point.
And then, yeah. Because we gave them so many. Like, the kicker was like, wait, I got to kick another one this quickly?
We'll see how
My
it
foot
goes.
hurts still.
We'll see how it goes. So we're recording in real time. Sunday night games are always the worst. Just timing for me is not great. But Rob, I am drinking. I guess this is not technically a beer. I thought it was until I read the description. I am drinking Explorium Brewpub's hard root beer. Okay, so this root beer, which this is from kind of the Milwaukee area of Wisconsin. This specific root beer, hold on, I have the details. It's coming. Quit hazing me. Our house root beer, still made with real sugar, all right? Only in lieu of water to make this batch, we opted to use some of our fine, hard seltzer base. So I guess this is technically a seltzer. I thought it was a beer. Because a lot of times when they make like the root beers is like the bourbon stout root beer type of thing or bourbon root beer thing, but this is not one of those. It says the results, root beer, but harder. So Rob, it looks like root beer. It smells like root beer. Does it taste like root beer? That's the real question that everyone is at the edge of their seat anticipating this. Should I lick it like a cat?
I like the way you drink hard root beer. Get it in your beard for me.
Tastes like root beer,
I want
dude.
you to taste it tomorrow. You just established it is root beer.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's booze in it. There's alcohol in it, 5% ABV.
I think that's more than what I'm drinking.
It's it tastes like, I don't get like any boozy taste to it. It does just tastes like a root beer. And I like root beer. Root beer is delicious. So
root beer is delicious.
I'm about it. You are drinking something from Kona Brewing, correct?
Yeah, Longboard Island Lager. 4.6 ABVs. That's all the information I have.
A smooth, refreshing lager fermented and aged for 5 weeks at cold temperatures to yield its exceptionally smooth flavor.
Yeah.
A delicate, slightly spicy hop aroma complements the malty body of this beer. 4.6 ABV, 20 on the IBUs. This is from Kona Brewing Company, which is in Kilauea, Kona, Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that where Ryan lives?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Haven't talked to him in a hot second, but always thinking about
it. It's a good lager. It tastes good.
Yeah, I think I've had that one before.
I don't think I've had the lager. I've had the IPA.
I think I might have just bought the lager because you can get it in Wisconsin.
You can get it. Yeah, it's actually like it says on the. It's distributed through everywhere but Hawaii.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Makes sense. Well, Rob, we're fresh out of Thanksgiving season. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. How was your Thanksgiving with your first away from home, your first one without your family members around the table to hold hands and exchange thanks for whatever they're thankful for?
It was the best Thanksgiving I've ever had.
Was it really?
It was so good. Uh, I'm not allowed to say that, but it was good. It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I love my family. I miss my family, but I really had a good time on Thanksgiving. It was very stress free. I did have to make. I made a tater tot casserole.
Look at you. Have you? So like, you lived by yourself for quite some time, right? Like most of your adult life been by yourself. Sometimes you would have a roommate or somebody living with you. I have never experienced your culinary craft, if we want to call it that. Is that about as much as we get? The tater tot casserole, or have you?
Well,
is this a new thing you've concocted?
The tater tot casserole was a first for that. But I'll tell you, this is what you're gonna get in on the menu of Rob's Place.
Yeah.
Through the last 15 years of my life when I cook, you can get a dry pork chop.
All right.
And you can get a damn good ramen noodles. But I keep the menu short. But I've added the casserole, and it was good. You can't mess up the casserole.
No, you really can't. Cream of mushroom soup, right?
Yeah.
Tater
Cream of
tots.
mushroom soup, little French style green beeans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You bougieed it up a little bit. Good for you. Proud of you.
You got to go French style.
I've never. I mean, I've cooked before. I've baked chicken, grill things. But in the last handful of years, Carissa's been doing the heavy lifting in the cooking department, and she does a great job. So I don't like to ruin that. I like to just continue living that life. But good
you don't ask questions when that's what's going on.
So what else did you do with it? Was it just like kind of a party? You like a little smorgasbord type of situation, and you ate? Do anything?
Yeah, it was a huge spread down at the Tony's Darts Away.
Oh, that's where you were. Okay.
And it was mostly the regulars, the people, there weren't a lot of walk-ins and stuff. They didn't advertise that they were open.
Yeah.
The entire pool table, they have a cover for it, was filled with food. There was all your turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, cranberry sauce, all that stuff.
Tater tot
casserole. Yes.
Yeah.
Some pies.
Okay.
And it was a good time. I had a really good time. I was hanging out with my buddy Jack down there, and we were talking about all kinds of stuff. Me and him, we know, we watch the same TV shows. I begged him to please take me rock climbing, and he said he will. So that's coming up on the agenda at some point.
Look at you, really.
I can't wait.
Really living life out there. Did you find love? Did you fall in love on Thanksgiving?
No, that wasn't a Hallmark movie. It was just Thanksgiving.
That's unfortunate. I was thinking a question for you. I want to be like, the Eagles scored again.
You don't even let me ask you back. How was your newborn's first Thanksgiving?
Wouldn't know. Wasn't with them.
What?
Well, Madison had influenza A.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Madison was sick with the influenza. It was on the back half of it, the back half of the influenza, but she was at her house. So Carissa, the kids, they all went to Carissa's annual family thing. And me and Madison stayed home because we didn't want to get anybody else sick. Everyone who left did not have any symptoms of being sick. So that's why we felt comfortable enough for them to go. So before I get lectured on that, but so me and Madison, I went to Quick Trip and bought some pizzas, and then we watched the movie Smile, and then we watched the entire first season of Wednesday.
Was it good?
It's fine. I think it's more geared towards teenage girl type stuff. It was good.
So you loved it. You can tell us what you really felt.
No, I was right. Carissa really liked it. But Smile was kind of lame. I thought
Well,
it'd be
once
better.
you see it, it's too late, Drew.
Smile?
Yeah. That was the tagline for that movie, and I thought that was the funniest thing because it made me not want to see the movie so much.
Yeah, it wasn't
And,
that great. It was.
They were advertising Smile at the Comic-Con that I went to.
Oh, really?
And me and Dree were laughing about it like once you see the movie, it's too late. You've already seen, like
You're already watching it.
Once we've already got your money.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. But my dad,
I heard it was good from some people though.
It was okay. It was okay. A very slow burning movie, I think. But my dad dropped some of his famous stuffing off of the house. He just left it on my porch. Shit was delicious. He makes the best I've ever had in my life, and I love it very much. And it was good. Carissa brought us back some food. It was fine. She was 100% the next day, or not 100%, but like 80%, 90% the next day, and good to go. But did you? So when was the last time did they do Black Friday and all that kind of stuff out in Hollyweird?
Yeah, they got that stuff. I think.
What? So what?
I mean, everybody's doing the online Black Friday stuff
Yeah.
now, where it's like it takes place a week before Thanksgiving, and
still
my roommate
pretty
just
prevalent.
bought an electric scooter on a Black Friday deal that came before Thanksgiving.
Nice. So, Rob, you're single. You're ready to mingle. You're looking for.
What am I?
I don't know. You don't tell me these things. But
No, yeah, I am.
how would you feel about a first date at a Black Friday? Like that's your first date. Like, do you think you could really get to know somebody by one, the items they go for, how they approach to getting the items? Let's think like old school Black Friday, where it's lots of people are out there ready to fight.
I think you actually might have just described a date that I would enjoy.
Yeah.
I think I would do well in that scenario. I feel like
We'll play it out a little
you
bit.
get to know somebody. Yeah.
Like, what would you so what would you look for? Like, what, when you're searching Black Friday deals, what are you looking for? Video games?
I don't I don't really look for anything.
You just
As
go.
much as there were a couple years or a few years where I went with Mike's wife Kayla, my sister-in-law, and I didn't have any reason to go.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing. I was like, I'm just gonna go. Like it was like, let's just go and see what there is. And I normally end up buying containers, like kitchen
Tupperware
for food that I don't make.
Yeah.
Tater
tot casserole.
I like to put powdered sugar in one and coffee in another one, and it makes me look like a grown-up.
Yeah,
I label them.
That's practical.
Yeah, but I never use it. The stuff stays in there forever.
Okay, so you're shooting for Tupperware. Are you
or a good umbrella, really? If you can find a good umbrella.
I don't know the last time an umbrella's been on sale on Black Friday, but it's probably happened.
Well, they're like 50 cents on Black Friday because they're $20 normally.
There you go. What would you do? So you go there and you're getting your Tupperware, and your date's just like, that's really all you're getting. Like, kind of shames you about it. What do you
turn off instantly?
Yeah,
friend zones. I'd friend zone her right there
because you get shamed for it. What if I
don't like to be criticized on my my Tupperware shopping?
What are you like one of those people?
Anything else is game. You can shame me for that, but
yeah. Are you one of those people that like picks something up, looks at it for like a second, analyzes it, and then if you want it, goes in the cart or the basket? You don't want it, you put it back. Are you that type
on Black Friday? It goes in the cart.
If you touch it, it goes in the cart.
No, if I after I analyze it, it goes in the cart. Doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it. It just means I don't want.
You're
on
hanging
Black
on
Friday,
to it.
It's different.
Sure.
It's but in reality, like when I shop, I'm definitely I'll look at something for a while and then I'll move on. And I can't even pick a Netflix show. I'll watch the previews for 45 minutes before I pick something to watch on Netflix.
So you're shopping What are you looking for with the person that you're with? What is that noise?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You don't know what that is?
I found it.
They're like,
I got it. It's not gonna. It won't happen again. It won't happen again.
So you're shopping with somebody. All right. Are you no, the package is fucked up.
Well, we know that was going to.
It was intercepted.
I'm looking.
intercepted
You know
again.
what? I'm looking at their virtues. I'm looking at their patience.
It was
I'm looking at if they're humble, if they're polite and kind.
second interception of the game.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I don't
so
know
you're
how to react anymore. I'm not looking for that stuff. I just, as long as they don't start a fist fight, I think I'm okay with them.
doesn't matter what they get. Like what? Like
I
what?
mean-
like so? What are like your like turn on
They got,
items? Like if they're reaching for that first season of Scrubs for $2.99, are you like, yes, we are in love? Or like, what if they get like something like really lame, like Downton Abbey or something?
Well, I was gonna say, like, if they go for the Sex and the City box
Yeah,
set,
you're
I'm
right.
out. I leave right then and there.
They find their own right home.
After I throw it on the ground and go, no, you can't have it. Both our days are ruined now.
Okay.
But I would love. This seems like such a ridiculous thing, but now that I'm thinking about it, if they went for a hammock, I think that'd be a good sign. for
Okay,
me.
a hammock.
I
They
think-
they
I
enjoy
think that would-
sleeping and they enjoy the outdoors. Why not combine the two?
That would get them points in my book.
Okay, so what's a turn off
Uh,
then? Obviously, Sex in the City. Like anything else? Any other item? Maybe like a microwave of sorts. A mini fridge that holds only 6 cans.
Yeah, that one.
You just might be like, why?
That wouldn't bother me
why?
because I don't buy that stuff anyway. This is going to sound even more ridiculous, but this is the first thing that comes to mind because I see a lot of these in people's apartments now. If they were going to buy a stripper pole, that would be a turnoff to me.
You see a lot of those in apartments now. Really?
Yeah, a lot of people with stripper poles
For
in their
exercise? Or for
yeah,
stripping?
I assume it's for they have like camera setups and
Oh.
lights and stuff. So I feel like it's for
Oh.
some kind of video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that?
OnlyFans?
Fans only. Yeah, that's it.
Fans only. I started one time as a joke. It's gone now, but I started an OnlyFans account called Fans Only, and it was strictly about various types of fans. Ceiling fans, box fans, and I didn't get any subscribers.
You didn't tell me about it, otherwise
So
I'd be broke.
So, all right.
What about you? What if?
Hold on.
Can we not?
Hold on. No.
You're backing me up. All right.
You've
You're not gonna let me
you've
go
gotten
on
me.
this.
You've gotten me a whole new train of thought here. Okay. You go to a person's apartment. You see that they have this pole, right? And
Mhm.
you find out that they have an OnlyFans account. It's a person that you're friends with. You're currently just friends, right? They bought that first season of Sex in the City, so now they're officially friend zoned, but they're still good looking. Are you subscribing to that OnlyFans? $4 a month. Let's say it is. It's a Black Friday deal. $4 a month.
So, no, I mean, in reality, no. The funnier answer is yes. I would rush out and max out my debit card, mainly because you can't do that. But no, I don't. I don't. That's just. I don't look, and I'm digging myself into a hole in my head already. But because I don't
We can
care
stop
if
you
somebody
want.
wants to use a stripper pole. That's fine.
Right.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Sure.
I've been to a couple strip clubs. Have you been to a strip club?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Mm. They're not.
It's not.
The last time, or one of the last times I went to one, is at 4 p.m. We were the only people there, and we just had conversations with them.
That's what I was gonna say. I bet you get into some good conversations. That sounds all right.
But they're still it's just weird. You're just talking to a naked person at that point.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, that's.
it's like,
I don't know if
how do you feel about
I don't
global
know
warming?
if I told. Yeah. I don't know if I told you this. The bachelor party that I ended up going to, didn't know the guy.
Okay.
My cousin was like, I got to go to my future brother-in-law's bachelor party. I don't know this guy. Please come with. And I was like, man, I'm not a fan of the.
Wasn't he the best man and he didn't know this guy?
He was the best man. And I was like, fine, yeah, I'll come. When we go there, it's very dead. But it's not like, there's people there. It's not as dead as maybe yours, but we go and we're sitting at the stage place where the higher ground.
Yeah.
And and I'm wearing a Six Flags hat. A hat that I won.
With the grandpa on it? I wish.
No, so
I know.
it's even better. Have I told you this story?
No, I don't think
I'm sure
so.
I have. So she's dancing up and she gets to where she's dancing in front of me and she goes, "Oh, nice hat." And I start telling her the story of how I won the hat at Six Flags, totally just like looking her in the face, not realizing that her hand is down between her thighs, like grabbing for $1 that I wasn't giving her. And like my cousin had to go like, "Dude, hey, look down." And I was like, "Oh yeah, here you go." And then she moved on. But I was like, "Oh, she's interested in my Six Flags hat."
Yeah.
That's how bad I can't do that whole thing.
I don't know, it's really not my thing either. But they before we left, we just went back to the bar and had like a beer or whatever. This is for a bachelor party as well. But before we left, there's one other dude in there, had to be in his like 60s, and he's like giving one of the dancers a shoulder massage at the bar, and just like it was gross. It was really creepy, and I'm like, I look at the bartender, and I'm like, can he do that? And she's like, yeah, she's letting him. And I was just like, this makes me uncomfortable. So then
this place is weird.
So then we left, and I was like,
yeah.
No, it's not my thing. I don't know. I just feel like you kind of got to be like, if you're there like for a bachelor party, that's kind of like the cliche of it. So I guess you get a pass for that. But if you're like a regular, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's just my opinion. But
no, yeah, that's if there's an exchange of money and then you're rubbing shoulder, I don't know, seems weird.
I don't know,
but
so that
but
wouldn't
call
be
me old fashioned. I find a woman attractive when both her feet are on the ground. That's just me.
Good for you. My Black Friday thing was fine. I mean, Chris and I did go shopping for a long time actually, and we came out very empty-handed. I got more presents for my nieces than I did my kids, and I don't. Shopping for children is hard, and it really I was just like, it really made me hate Christmas even more. This experience, because I was just like, how is there not anything that these kids would want? Like, it's all just junk. It's all just stupid.
Yeah.
It's all just commercialism. It's all just nothing, meaningless.
6-month-olds are really hard to buy for. That's what I've heard.
He'll probably be the easiest to get for. I just got to get him. It doesn't matter what it is.
You could give him a piece of paper on a string above his head, and it would be fine.
He'd be pumped about it. But no, we'll get him some books and stuff like that. But it's the other kids.
The big reader, is he? Huh?
The older kids, yeah, he is, are difficult to just to handle, like to get anything for them and something meaningful. I don't know.
Are they there?
Yeah. Why? They're not in the room.
Okay. How do they feel about our brushes with Santa Claus on the podcast?
Oh, they're not. They haven't been exposed to that yet. Yeah, I don't like.
You probably.
I don't like to tell them that I know them personally. Know. It's just like when you have a famous friend, you don't really want to brag about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do know him pretty well. That guy.
Speaking of which, I met a guy who met Dustin Hoffman the other day.
You met a guy who met Dustin Hoffman recently?
I was just trying to make up such a ridiculous brag.
You know Dustin Hoffman? I know
I
someone
know a
that
guy
knows
that
him.
sat next to Dustin Hoffman on a plane once.
I heard he's a little bit of a dick, Dustin Hoffman, all
Yeah.
dusty. He might
No,
be.
actually, I actually did just talk to somebody that worked with Dustin Hoffman. That's why his name came to mind. And
Okay.
he said that Dustin Hoffman was amazing, very down to earth.
Oh, really?
But Jack Black apparently
Is a dick?
kind of a dick.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. That's disappointing to hear.
But I didn't tell you this.
No.
So there's a girl that I hang out with down at Tony's.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Georgia. She worked on Westworld. She worked on
Nice.
but she worked on a show with David Duchovny.
Oh, what? Could you hook it up?
She does. I don't know if she can make something. I don't think she can make Duchovny appear.
Just a liner.
But
just a liner. Just to get him to say "dudes with brews on a porch."
Oh my God!
Dude, that would be
I'll
magic.
ask her.
That'd be mad. She knows him
I
pretty
know.
well.
I don't know about David Duchovny. I know I don't want to get into that, but
Yeah,
she worked with
that's
him
fine.
for a season on the show, and she was like because she's not an actress, she was the medical correspondent, like the consultant,
Yeah.
and so she was trying to the writers wanted to write this thing in, and she was like, well, you can write that in, and it might be better television, but it's not going to be accurate because that would not happen medically.
Yeah.
And David Duchovny stepped in, took her side, and had a long conversation with her. And she was like, David Duchovny is one of the coolest people.
That's refreshing.
And I was like, my heart is so full in this moment. Like, she was like, oh my God, really? And I was like, you don't even know. Like, she saw, I was not lying when I said, to find out that David Duchovny is one of the stones of this planet that doesn't have the fungus growing underneath it. His body of work is amazing. His body's
amazing.
Great, and he's amazing. It just kill me now.
That's
I'm
great.
Happy.
That makes me happy too. Dude, if we could you imagine if we met David Duchovny, just to pick his brain a little bit?
Pick something.
Yeah, I'd pick anything out of that man. He is a true. What show did she work on him with?
It was called Black something.
Okay.
And I'm a terrible marketer. And Georgia, if you're listening, I'm very sorry.
Black
something. It was a medical show.
Okay. That's cool though.
And I never even heard of this show.
Yeah,
but it was running against some crazy stuff back in the day.
That's
I think it
awesome.
only went like a season, but yeah, it really made my day.
When are
week.
you going to be rubbing elbows with the likes of David Duchovny and Jack Black?
I think when the people that I'm talking to now become that big of a
person,
I'm mixing in with the up and comers.
I thought you were going to say like Wednesday.
Oh,
But tomorrow.
I'm working on that too, but
Damn.
I did talk to Jack about him potentially taking me on a set and teaching me a little bit of boom mic operation and the unions and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all stuff that's up in the air, but I'm really trying to make that happen because that would be amazing to get on some like that. That's what I came out here for. So
Are you going to be, once you get the big time, are you still going to do this podcast, or are you going to abandon it? And
I will never
start
stop.
your own
I will
podcast.
Never. That's probably more
I
likely.
think we had that
I'll
conversation
do my
before.
own. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can hook it up, like if we get David Duchovny, we're like that'll be our last episode. We'll never do anything again because we won't need to. Like, well,
No, we won't.
He could even just advertise what's in his refrigerator, and I'd be interested.
Oh my God, how great would it be to listen to David Duchovny go through everything in his refrigerator?
Wouldn't it be crazy if he too just had the Kraft American singles in the fridge?
I bet you he does. You know what? In my heart, I feel like he's a Kraft singles man.
I think it would be good. But that's awesome.
I don't think he eats it because he knows it's so bad for him, but he likes to smell it.
You have to have it. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
he
staple.
just knows it's on hand.
All right. Awesome.
In the apocalypse, if you came across those, it's like you can eat those. They travel. You can just pop them. You can cook with them, but you can eat them straight.
Packer games tied. 2020.
Oh, so they're 2020.
Mm-hmm.
What, did we miss a field goal now,
Mm-hmm.
or did we get? Yeah, okay.
Extra point.
Extra point. Sorry.
Yeah, missing Crosby. He's missed a good amount of extra points this year.
Let's just move on. Let's move on off Crosby. I don't want to pile on.
All right. Sorry.
But yeah, he he's a little gray, and maybe we should be looking.
You got any gray hairs coming on your way? Like, you got any gray hair in your head?
I get some gray like in here, but I don't grow it out ever. It's just like one or two.
In your face?
I've found a couple on my face. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
Why? What about you? You getting gray?
I've been getting some more grays in the beard for sure. Some rogue grays.
Are you excited about it?
I'm indifferent.
I think you'll look distinguished.
You think I'd look better with gray hair? You think?
I mean, I don't know about better, but it's definitely not going to lower your.
You think I'll be a
status.
silver fox? Do you think
silver coyote? Maybe. I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know.
Do you have cops outside your house? What is going on? I'm seeing things. I could have swore I just saw blue lights on your curtains.
Like flash? Yeah, I think I did. I saw that.
Yeah.
There's blue lights in my kitchen, but that's just the light that we have.
Yeah, that's not what I saw.
Yeah, I think I just saw what you saw. Some weird shit's been happening, man. So yeah, the other day when we dropped the kids off at Chris's mom's house so we could go shopping, and I'm sitting in the car, right? And then all of a sudden I hear, like, to my left, I hear a dog bark. They have dogs, not unusual for them to bark. And then all of a sudden, like, I see like a person walk across like my driver window, right? Like towards the front of my car. I see a person, and I was like, "Oh, Chris is getting back in the car." And then I'm all of a sudden, like, I'm looking around again. Nobody's there. Carissa was still in the house. I was looking around, like, just looking, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was strange. And now, like, Barry of all dogs has been like going nuts, barking into the kitchen. And nobody's there. What do you think's going on? What do you think's going on? You had some weird things watching my dogs at my house, right?
Yeah.
Which led you to lock yourself out of my house.
Your house terrifies me.
It's not that scary. Come on.
That back hallway, man. There's no light there. It's
There's a
treacherous
light there?
because of the boxes, but
There's a light there.
and then you gotta go through the garage to get to the basement. What kind of weird? That's some serial killer. That's
common.
Like, oh, I chop my bodies up in the garage. I don't want to have to take them into the house to get them into the basement. So I just go right in through here.
That's pretty common though. Like this house was built in the 60s. That's common.
Yeah, but then you've got that Shining style empty bar in your basement that, like,
in the back room.
If you go back there and it's just like you know that you're gonna get some ghost whiskey with a ghost guy that tells you that you got a scary house.
We don't do anything with that bar in the basement.
Yeah, because it's frightening, and you board it up.
You have to walk through the whole basement to get to that part. Like, it's not like there's separate rooms in the basement. Like, why were you down? Like, were you doing laundry?
I just was exploring the house.
There's that weird crawl space right by it.
I didn't see that. I didn't get that. Oh, you mean in the back corner?
Yeah.
No, that's just the dark closet that goes the hallway that goes nowhere in off the bar.
It's like House of Leaves.
Yeah. Which has new merch out, and I want to get some of it.
That place that I don't really know what the purpose of that area is. It must, like, I think there was like additions made on the basement.
Yeah.
But it was there's just this weird fucking. It's spooky.
It just reminds me. It reminds me. I think the reason that when I was playing this game called it'll come back to me, Visage. I was playing it at your house. I brought my Xbox there, and I was playing in pitch blackness. And this game is it starts off heavy, and it's like you're alone in a house, and you gotta light candles and stuff to keep your anxiety levels low. And the higher your anxiety gets, if you're in the dark, the more shit starts to happen to you. Yeah. And in that game, you walk through the garage to get down into the basement. And I was playing that game in the pitch black. and then like out of nowhere, like the dogs would just like touch me on the back of the arm with their wet noses. I didn't even know they were there. Oh man, I was jumping out of my seat.
And then you just felt the urge
Yeah.
to go in the basement?
Well, no, I just noticed that it was like, it's kind of, I don't know. I didn't explore it when I was there. When you moved in, I thought that, like when you moved in and you showed me the place, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then like, 6 months later, it's like, it's still an empty bar in an unknown area of your house.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's creepy. That's where the spirits come from.
I don't think we'll ever do anything with the basement, unfortunately.
You will. When your kids get older, you'll put a ping pong table down there or a pool table, and it's going to be a hangout spot. I see it.
Right now.
I see it.
As we speak, he's just he's looking into the kitchen. Nobody's there. He's not barking this time. Now he's gone. What a dummy.
Can I just say, I need to clarify this.
Yeah.
Our interview with Bumble, we gave him the wrong mic, and it just didn't.
Audio quality wasn't great.
It wasn't good, and
that was
I'm
my
sorry
fault.
about
that was my fault.
It would have been a lot better had we used the right mic.
Yeah, it was my fault. Sorry.
You had things to attend to. You had to, it's my fault. If I wasn't in California, maybe I could have.
Our next interview will be a lot better.
Yeah,
because we've got
another great, doozy one coming.
Another great interview with a person that actually they're making a new movie about. Did you hear this? So there's a movie going to be called The Mean One, and it's a horror movie, a horror rendition of the character, the Mean One.
I wonder what this does to the future generations.
Well, I mean, there's this Winnie the Pooh one, right? This Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Now that we got Violent Night.
That looks awesome, by the way.
It does. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I will be watching that one. And now the Mean One. And okay. So today, did you ever watch Ken Burns documentaries?
No.
Okay. How do I describe this to people? I need to talk to somebody that's watched the Ken Burns documentaries, but somebody that listens to this has seen it because they're so huge.
Are they? They're so huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
Okay.
If you're a PBS subscriber.
Subscriber, but you paid additional money to witness.
I donate for goodness of humanity.
Well, I stopped donating after they took Sesame Street off it.
Well, then HBO picked it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what HBO is known for. That quality children's programming.
Is Cinemax still around?
I don't. Yeah, it is. You can get it on Amazon Prime.
That would be hilarious.
I know. I've looked into it.
That would be hilarious if Sesame Street went to Cinemax.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because it's like, in the mornings it's for the kids, but
it's like Bert
without 11 o'clock
without his striped T-shirt.
Yeah.
Post Feltamax.
Post 11 o'clock at p.m. or 11 a.m. It's strictly for the adults.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you saying? I'm sorry.
Well, so I was watching the baseball one, which is like a 10-part series, and it starts back in like the 1890s or some shit, which most of Ken Burns' documentaries take place in the past. And they've got this narration and music style that's very slow, and it works very well with old style, like 1920s footage and 1890s footage and streets of immigrants and black and white, and like it's a very powerful thing. But then when you get to the 10th episode of this baseball one, they don't change the narration or the music style really that much, but it's like stuff that happened in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like got me thinking about what somebody who's watching this 100 years from now is going to get to look back on. And I need to talk to somebody who watched it so that they can like either back me up on this or tell me what the heck it is that I'm seeing, because I can't describe it. I need somebody else that's seen it that that can go, oh yeah, I get what you're talking about. Let's talk about it, and we'll solidify it into words. I know I'm supposed to be writing out here, so solidifying things into words should be something I can do, but I can't.
Are you taking like any classes with writing, or because there's acting classes, or there writing groups, writing classes?
Yeah, there's writing workshops, there's improv workshops, which I would like to do improv, because that's kind of, I know that's not necessarily writing, but it forms, it works itself into writing, because it's about being able to build off things that are unexpected and still be able to create some type of storyline that goes through. And it's kind of keeps you quick on your feet, and I would like to do that. I would say right now, like I'm kind of getting an education from Rob. Like Rob is a super intelligent dude and a really good writer. So it is something to have him like at my disposal to kind of like bounce things off of and ask questions and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
But no, I'm not taking classes.
You know what I do when I write? I just sit down and do it. In one
God, it must be so. Yeah,
in one sitting.
No, that's how I wrote the unknown, the never gonna air episode of Dudes with Brews. Drew and Rob's Brewdacious journey.
I remember
that was a one shot.
It was too intricate.
Sat down. And it's like the one thing I overlooked is that if you have an alternate timeline, Drew and Rob that come, or future Drew and future Rob that come back, it's only audio, so we can't distinguish between which one is which. And it was major.
You could maybe.
I thought it was a good script though.
Yeah, absolutely.
There were some slight variations in there that I was, no one gave me feedback, but whatever.
No one gave you feedback?
No one.
I gave you feedback.
Yeah, you said it's good. We can't do it though. That's what I heard.
Sorry.
No, facts help. I mean, that is really what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love.
You helped write some of our other adventures.
A little bit, yeah. But I'm taking more of a hands-off approach.
Yeah.
I like to come in fresh, because otherwise I sound like I'm reading and I cannot handle it. I'm actually going to bring in some young talent to play me in the future episodes. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we still gotta bounce some ideas around for future editions of the program, but we do have an interview to get to, so we're gonna cut this one off. I drank hard root beer from Explorium Brewpub, made with real sugar. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, who doesn't like root beer, right? I mean, the real sugar.
Wait, real quick. A&W dads. What are the big root beers? What's your preference when it comes to root beer on the world stage?
It's got to be A&W out of their kegs.
Off Scott Street.
Yeah. Well,
I can say that, right?
At a location, like where it's from, not like in a can. From A&W,
okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like from their place. Yeah.
What about out of a can?
It's not as good, but it's still fine. I do like root beer though. It's good.
Is that what you go for though? Like,
I think
if you're in a store and you want a root beer, you go for the A&W.
Yeah, I don't have it very often.
I never did. I used to get Sprecher's with meat and stuff.
Yeah, Sprecher's is all right.
Sprecher's was a good substitute.
I guess they're good.
Yeah.
But how was your longboard?
Oh, it's very good for is your. I don't think there's anything too special about it, but there's nothing bad about it either. So.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's a run of the mill. It's just a lager.
Run of the mill lager. You think Bill Murray drinks those?
God, I hope so. I don't think so. I think anything that he drinks has a umbrella in it.
Yeah.
And the glass is empty, but he somehow makes it so funny that he's so good with the empty cup prop.
Imagine if you touched that empty cup. Just
Do you want to get into this? Because I'll get into it. Do we have time? That's the question.
You can talk about it. I if you want to.
Do you want to do it next episode? Or do you want to do it now? Because I don't care.
We can do it next time.
But I don't care. I'll tell the story, and there's people that out here, the few people that like probably have listened to a couple episodes. If they listen to this, they will know exactly what we're talking about, and they're already probably laughing about it.
Good. It's a good story. Yeah, well, definitely tell it next time.
Yeah, so we'll
punch it up too. The real writer stuff.
do some edits. Yeah. Okay. All
right, Rob. Well, we'll get to this interview and
we got somebody waiting in the green room somewhere.
All right.
So
here we go.
Let's get this going.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.